Do you feel like walking today? Welcome to today's daily devotion. Today, our title is Follow Me. In the book of Matthew in chapter 4 and verse 19, it says, "Come, follow me," Jesus said, "and I will make you fishers of men." Here it is that Simon Peter and his brother Andrew, they was out by the seaside, and Jesus happened to come by and was talking with them and working with them and teaching to them and all this. They had been with him a day or two, and all of a sudden he says, "Come and follow me." So they left everything and went. But I want to talk to you just a second about following Jesus. You know, to follow Jesus, you got to stay on track. You got to stay with Jesus. Give you an example. There was a father and husband and wife and their little son was out walking along the beach, and the father and the mother was up ahead of the son, and they keep looking back, and they would tell him, he was staying right behind them as they was walking along the beach, and they said, "Just follow us, just stay behind us, but follow us." And so they was walking along, and the son started walking in their foot tracks. Every step that they would make, he would make a step in those tracks. Well, he continued to look down, and he was not looking up, and he continued to look down, and the mother and the father was getting further and further away, but he was walking in their tracks. Well, all of a sudden there's a great distance between them, how the sun had fell back, and he was watching those steps, but then the oceans started coming in, the tide was coming in further and further, and it started washing those tracks away up ahead for where the son was walking, and all of a sudden there he was lost, and he looked up and he didn't see his mother and his father no more. They were way up the beach ahead, and they turned back and they looked and they didn't see their son because their son was following their tracks. You see, this is an example about following me. Jesus wants us to stay right with him. He wants us to stay on track with him, and as long as we can stay in a close distance with Jesus, and that is where we're stepping in his foot tracks, and we're not letting anything come up between me and you, or me and them. Our relationship with Jesus is, and there's nothing that's coming in between like those ocean waves. We let nothing come in between like those big gusty winds that comes and blows through our life. We don't let the storms of life come and blow through. We don't let the dazzling lights of the world come and blow through us and separate us in our walk with the Lord. Come and follow me is what Jesus wants me and you to do. I tell you, we need to quit allowing that distance. We need to fill that gap. We need to get closer instead of falling back and fall further away. You see, the world wants, that's exactly what the world wants me and you to do. It wants us to chase the dazzling lights. It wants us to chase that dazzling music that gets us off track. It wants us to chase the worldly things that the world would have to give us those pleasures. But you see, those pleasures will fade away, just like the footprints in the sand, or where it was that the waves come and washed away. It will separate. So you got to stay with Jesus. You got to stay with him every day. You got to read your Bible. You got to go in your prayer time. And I'm not talking about just lifting up prayer. I'm talking about praying. I'm talking about like a prayer warrior and pray through. Man, I'm telling you, follow me is what Jesus said to do. I hope this is a word of encouragement for you. God bless you. We'll see you again soon.